I don't care how big of artist you are. That's some good numbers. That's like we're talking about like Kardashian numbers sometimes.
What are some? I feel like I know what you're gonna say here, but I genuinely want to know, like, what are some of these pieces of content that you think are winning in today's day and age? I know you say be yourself, but like, is there anything specific? Is there trends? Are trends dead?
No, I don't think trends.
What's that?
I don't think trends work for artists. What works for artists nowadays? So I'm thinking of a few artists that I see online.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I'll give you an example of like Sasha Keeble, of like Kamari, and they do a more artistic view. They basically what a lot of and specifically in R&B artists, and I've seen it in other places too. I remember there was an argument online with some old heads, some old R&B heads, and they were saying that it's only art if the camera is horizontal. And that if you change the camera this way, vertical, it's no longer art.
I remember that.
That was an argument.
I know.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I was a part of that generation. My generation.
That's your guys. That's crazy, right?
That was yeah. And I fought
Who gets to choose the canvas?
Brother, when that was happening, that's when I knew it was the death of the music video business.
Oh, they were
because like that came for our food. This content and this style of marketing came for our food.
Yeah.
And so when I had to explain, and my partners understood this, but when I had to explain, hey, we need to shoot vertical videos while we're on set because this landscape stuff over here, it's not working the way, it's too polished. And it took a minute, you know, for them to really get what I was saying, but I'm like, this is just the way that the kids are connecting with it. I get you. I like it this way as well. That's what I grew up on.
It's film. It's cinema.
It's film. It's cinema. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
But it ain't the wave anymore. So we got to get with this.
Yeah.
But other people, there was people still from my generation will fight me on that shit.
I'll give you examples of like Samara Sen. She has this video with Overcast, and maybe we can throw it up on our thing. Oh, we probably can't.
Yeah,
let's do a
you
picture
can.
of it.
Yeah.
She's literally in front of like a Tommy's Burger in LA. She has a cool fit on. Looks cool. And she's rapping her shit, and there's a spinning billboard behind her, and they color graded it.
Mm.
And it's as soon as you see it, you're locked in. That's art.
Yes.
And another thing is, if you see an artist and you don't, as a person, you don't want to be them or be next to them, then you're not cool. And being cool is just the silent people, it's the silent killer, I guess. Like if you don't look cool to us, people that want to get into you, especially early stages,
right?
Like the people that are going to adopt you early are going to adopt you because they think you're sick, or they want to be a part of your wave, or want to follow you because you're stylish, you got this thing on for you. Sasha Keeble did the same thing. She's made these dope videos, and I honestly, she was one of the first ones to really do it correctly. And then you started seeing it happen a lot. Mm-hmm. Like K1 started coming out with videos, and K1's short form content are going crazier than her music. If I post her music video on my page, or I post her short form, the short form goes up. Because the story format of the horizontal thing, they do all these cuts and these pans, and they're only in the frame for sometimes. You have so much time, and you have 20 seconds. I'd rather see K1 popping her neck and her shoulders for 15 seconds than a video of her talking to a girl on the screen, not interacting with you. When they're looking in the video and they're looking in the camera, you feel like you're being interacted with, mm-hmm. which is the hook. Which whenever people give me content, I say you better have your artist look at the camera, or at least their face needs to be in view of the camera. If they're like doing this, done, don't send it to me. And if all we have is a music video where they're like looking around and stuff, that's not bad. Best practice though is look at me.
That's Jessie Reyez figures.
That Jessie Reyez does it probably one of the best.
Yes.
I think her reels game was crazy this year. Probably, I think
she snapped.
Like her reels were going up every 2 weeks. One would get a 500,000 likes. You're like, I don't care how big of an artist you are. That's some good numbers. That's like we're talking about like Kardashian numbers sometimes. like it's crazy. I mean, the size for where Jessie's following is at, and the interaction she's getting on her page has to be A+.
It is.
Yeah, it's literally probably the highest grade you can be at her size.
Yeah, I would say. I looked at it the other day because to what you're talking about here is like generally when the followers go up in the tens of millions, or I think she's at 5 million now, your engagement will naturally decline. Hers doesn't.
I know.
Hers stays consistent.
She's shooting videos
Very hard to do
for the platform.
Yes.
And that's the strategy, and that will always be the strategy. Or that will be the, not always. I mean, let me take that back. That's the strategy right now.
Yeah.
And if you're catching on to it now, you're a year behind.
Yeah, and that's her and the team that, for the most part, is still the exact same team that did since I was there, that was shooting the content. It was either Dane Collison, shout out to Dane, and Philip.
Yeah. And I'm not saying,
and Jessie, obviously,
yeah.
and Byron and Jeremiah, they're all involved in the conversations and strategy, and Anil.
Yeah.
But like, team's pretty dialed in, man. Always been dialed in. Just having a good team who really understands how to continue to move forward with the medium. You know, and Jessie pays attention to all this shit.
Yeah, she's still hungry.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a little break because if you're listening and thinking, fuck, I could really use some guidance right now, and you're serious about building your career in the music industry, I'm now offering private strategy sessions. These are fully personalized, just you and me tackling whatever you need in your career. With over 16 years of experience working with artists, managers, and brands, I can help you map out your next moves. Now, whether that's structuring your team, scaling your brand, navigating the industry, even figuring out what steps to take, whether to go to a distributor or to a record label and figuring out what are the best deal points, I can help you with your career with where you're at. You can now book a one-on-one with me through my Calendly, and you can find the link in the description. Now let's get back to the pod.
But yeah, that's how I would recommend artists when it comes to now. And I don't think I'm saying anything new, but I'm going to reiterate it because so people that say this, they don't run campaigns. I ran 6 campaigns today.
What does okay, crazy.
Today.
What does a campaign?
It's a Friday, by the way, so it's a busy day.
What's a campaign consist of? And why is it a busy day on a Friday?
Everyone drops their music.
So everybody wants to run their campaign. Okay.
Yeah.
So what does a campaign consist of?
So a campaign consists of, the way a campaign works is like, hey, like we have this song we want to produce, that's usually, or push, that's usually the start. And they're like, you know, you have a relationship with all these pages. Which pages do you think this will fit on? And I have a deck of hundreds of pages. And these are faceless pages. I have a whole nother deck of influencers, but I don't like influencers because I prefer storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And I think influencers are great. I'm not saying don't reach out to influencers or work with them. I don't work with influencers. If I'm working with an influencer, they're either really good or they're doing some type of storytelling. Because I think in the world today, you have to tell your story or you're just another artist that drops a song. And we know from the stats that everyone probably spews that Spotify has, I mean, with AI, probably more uploads a day than ever. Probably every day a new high.
It's like 300,000, every day.
So the only thing that's gonna break you out is, first of all, you know who you are, and give that to your audience. Even if it's 30,000 people, give it to them. But then I can take that and give it to more and bring them back here, and then you can grow like this.
Yeah,
and the story is from a basic sense is when they give me an artist, I'm like, where are they from? Maybe that helps me. That does help me understand why they make the music they do. You know, what other artists do they see themselves in the future? That's a big one. Because if I know where they want to go, then I know what pages to hit them, to put them on. And another thing is just like what I will do, and this will not be from the management, I will look through the entire internet, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and I will go through every comment section on their page, and I will screenshot everything that I like, that I'm like, I like that. That's funny. And I'll go to their YouTube comments, I'll screenshot that, like, okay, that's funny. And I'll just compile everything that I can find out about this artist and like quick little things like, and it'll be little things like a joke. I will, if it's a funny joke and maybe in cause an emotion out of me, or maybe they made a connection like, oh, you look like this person from this group. Let's say you look like this person from New Edition. Mm-hmm. Like you look, and I will be like, I didn't know you looked like that person. I'll look it up. Now I have a narrative. I thought this was so-and-so. And that cooks people, and they're like, and people are gonna listen to you, and then people are gonna agree in the comments. So one of the things you don't want to do is you don't want to go on the page and be like, new artist, drop new song. What can we say that just gets people to read and then look at, like, how can I get you to stay for 4 seconds? And it could be anything. It could be anything. If you just make up something, say it, get people hooked, then they hear the song, and then if they like it, they're gonna be like, they're gonna engage.
I'm curious. Do you think artists should even be saying at all now, if in the captions, if a new song has dropped?
I mean, for artist pages, you should.
For their artist page. But a lot of times when artists do that, it doesn't connect.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how I would do it if I was an artist. But so you explain to me, what have you seen? Have you seen posts when people drop the song do less than other posts?
Generally, whenever it says new song, yeah, song out now type shit.
Yeah. It adds, you know why? Because song out now adds no value.
And it's yeah, you're right. There's no storytelling around it unless that piece of content is really good, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that. I'm sure there's outliers, but I'm not. I don't look at artist pages probably as much as you do from the inside, but I wouldn't be surprised if song out now posts do not as good as a picture with their mom.
Yeah. Traditionally, it hasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you talked about Twitter X, and you said
I call it Twitter.
Yeah, it's Twitter.
I don't know.
But you said you would say that it's still very impactful.
Yeah.
Okay.
For hip hop, yeah, more.
For what genres? Okay, hip hop, R&B.
Like, yes.
Okay, how come?
That's a good question. For hip hop, it's basically one of the only places you can go if you're an underground hip hop artist is Twitter. To try to break.
Why?
Because there's no Instagram pages and TikTok doesn't care about hip hop. Like, I'm talking about New York Nas style hip hop.
Okay.
Like real hip hop, which I love. Nas is my favorite rapper. And so it's just sad to see that part, like people talking about.
We're talking about
real stuff or like
Nasir Jones, but
Nasir Jones, not Lil Nas X. Respect to Lil Nas X. I never thought he would make it past Old Town Road, so he did that. He went crazy.
Fair.
He went crazy. So respect to both. But hip hop only exists in a few places online. It's the hardest thing to push on the internet right now. And that makes me, that's alarm. And now everyone's going to do it because I'm going to say it. But that gives alarms to me that it needs to be built. Because R&B music was not doing. Since I've started my page to now, there's been a percentage of growth yearly from R&B streams. And you've seen money enter R&B over the last 5 years, more than the 5 years before.
That's a fact.
And I think that not just my page, there's many pages like me. To be fair, I led the charge. Like, I kind of showed everyone. I was the blueprint for a lot of people. Now there's pages, I'll be fair, doing even better than me. Because, but the way to build a page, I built that blueprint. So many R&B pages popped up from it, and I'm thankful for every single one. Because we need to, if we're not telling this story, the genre will die. Hip hop is dying because no one is going out there and being like, I'm going to build a place for us to tell the story.